Today I would like to talk to you about agarwood oil. Agarwood is possibly the most fascinating, mysterious and richest ingredient found in perfumery. It was traditionally used in Oriental perfumery, but Western perfumers sort of rediscovered it a decade ago, and they have been using it very widely in Western fragrances, especially in the niche concepts. So agarwood has started a new range of fragrances, a new family in perfumery. It has been a very disruptive and innovative element. When I think of agarwood, the words that come to my mind are treasure, jewel, mystery, pleasure, eternity, purification. Agarwood oils are possibly the most sensational and exquisite oils we find among the woody, rooty, leathery and animalic family. They have so many facets, they possess such a character and a richness that we can find among them reminiscences connecting with cypriol, with oak macerated spirits, wine, roots, of course, amber, leather, all sorts of spices, teak, etc. They even contain these fruity raspberry nuances, animalic trails, especially we find these animalic notes in Hindi agarwood types, spicy scents. So we find that agarwoods can be blended in so many ways. They combine very well with florals like rose and violet, with woody notes such as sandalwood or cedarwood, even with citrus sparkling elements like yuzu and bergamot. This combination is wow. With the spicy notes like jatamansi or inertic compositions paired with all types of patchouli and patchouli fractions. It is incredible, it is endless and amazing. The effect that agarwood provides on a fragrance is very varied. It depends on the fragrance, but it is usually very spectacular because it provides the fragrance with a rich texture, a profoundness, a depth, a character, vibrancy. So I encourage all of you to use agarwood in your fragrances, even if it is in very little traces, because even if you cannot notice the agarwood smell very clearly, it will impart a very interesting and rich effect to the creation. The very unique point about agarwood is that their dry down is the most beautiful and spectacular in the world. I mean, nothing compares, not one single oil or a raw material compares to the beauty of agarwood dry down. Agarwood trees belong to the Aquilaria botanical genre, which includes more than 40 different species of trees. The most extended ones are Aquilaria agalocha and Aquilaria malaxensis. The trees grow in southeastern Asian countries like Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, in India, in Thailand, in Myanmar, ex-Burma, in Malaysia, Indonesia, in Sri Lanka, in the Philippines. The process of the oil generation, the oil creation, is via infection. So the trees get infected by a type of bacteria. Mostly it's Bacillus licheniformis or Bacillus punilus, and this tree will produce an aromatic resin in response to the attack of the bacteria. So as a result, the tree wood will turn from a very pale color to a very dark and dense hard wood from which agarwood oil is extracted. Today we have farms that produce agarwood trees and infect them synthetically. I must say that the resulting quality of the oils extracted from farms is very far from the original oils that we find spontaneously infected in the jungles. I don't know how to describe the difference, but it is like the complete loss of the uniqueness of the oil. The magic is gone. Personally, I am a bit tired of the Aquilaria agalocha oud type. It's not that I find it's bad, it's just that that it has been overly used in so many fragrances. So I am nowadays more interested about exploring other lines of oud. Aquilaria agalocha is the traditional animalic, acidic, cheesy type, like boya, kunda, sekonjal, etc. These qualities come from India, from Bangladesh, and from some regions in Burma. Nowadays, I am exploring other paths, as I said, and I prefer other qualities such as those ex Aquilaria malaxensis, or so-called Sumatra Pukambaru, or ex Aquilaria beccarina from Malaysia, or some qualities in connection with the Trat suite. They present a very elegant, dry, round, and exquisite symphony of masterly woody notes. They are amazing. I have discovered some other qualities which are interesting, that of Guinea and Mereke in Indonesia, which are very coriaceous, strongly leathery. The quality that I dislike the most, and I have been unable to work with it or use it in our compositions, is that ex Aquilaria krasna or the Laozi, because I appreciate in it a plasticine, very strong plasticine element. It's like a plastic and very fruity. I don't like it. Oud is one of our main fields of expertise at Kemarom. We have been studying these species for over 2 decades. And we have developed through bioprocedures our own range and collections of ouds. Some of them are close to the originals, others are more into a fantasy fragrance line. So I invite you to contact us and with your requirements, with your requests, and we will be very happy to share with you our collection of ouds. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned a few things about oud. I wanted to share with you my impressions, my opinion about the different types of oud. See you soon in the Kemarom VIP channel.